Hi Rezone viewers, welcome to yet another interesting video on my channel. Today I'm at Tiptur and Tiptur is located in the Tumakuru district of Karnataka state, and Tiptur railway station falls on the Bengaluru Arsikere mainline section. And today I'm here for a very special reason. There is a new MEMU service that is being flagged off. I'll shortly share the details about the MEMU train. And Tiptur is famously known for coconut palms, and it is also known as the coconut city. It is famously known as Kalpataru Nadu in Kannada, and also some people call it as Kobbari Nagara, means the city of coconuts or the town of coconuts. So while traveling from Tumakuru to Arsikere, you can see a lot of palm tree plantations. You can see a lot of coconut farms besides the railway tracks. So Tiptur is very famous for coconuts. And how did I reach Tiptur today? I boarded the Bengaluru Dharwad Siddhaganga Intercity Express from KSR Bengaluru, and I deboarded at Tiptur. In return, I'll be onboarding the inaugural MEMU special train, which is shortly going to be flagged off from Tiptur. So here I'm standing at the entrance of the Tiptur railway station, and the station is presently undergoing redevelopment works. So you can see the construction is ongoing, and the Tiptur railway station falls under the Mysuru division of Southwestern Railways. So up to Sampige Road is the Bengaluru division. So after Sampige Road onwards towards Arsikere is the Mysuru division. And here is the illustration of the Tiptur railway station, how it's going to look in future after the redevelopment works. So that is the 12649 Karnataka Sampark Kranti Express skipping Tiptur railway station, followed by a Pune VAB7. The train doesn't halt at Tiptur. It runs non-stop between Tumakuru to Arsikere. And you can also see that a new footover bridge is being constructed here. And the railway station has 4 platforms, 2 main lines and 2 loop lines. So total there will be 4 platforms at Tiptur railway station. So there is no any additional platforms being constructed. So it has 2 main lines and 2 loop lines. And the station is expected to have modern amenities once the redevelopment works is completed. So coming back to the MEMU, which is going to be flagged off today, the Union Minister of State for Railways and Jal Shakti, Mr. V Somanna, will be flagging off a new MEMU train between Arsikere and Yelahanka. And the inauguration is happening at Tiptur instead of Arsikere due to space constraints at Arsikere Junction.
ಈ ಮೆಮೊ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೊಡಗೇಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಶವಂತಪುರ, ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು, ಗೊಲ್ಲಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಬೈನಾಕನಹಳ್ಳಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡಬೆಲೆ, ಮುದ್ಲಿಂಗನಹಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಡುವಂದ, ನಾಬಸ್ಪೇಟೆ, ಹಿರೇಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ಯಾತ್ಸಂದ್ರ, ತುಮಕೂರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈಚೆಗೆ ಹೆಗ್ಗೆರೆ, ಮಲ್ಲಸಂದ್ರ, ಗುಬ್ಬಿ, ನಿಟ್ಟೂರು, ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ರೋಡು, ಅಮಸಂದ್ರ, ಮಾಡಾವರ, ಅರಳುಗುಪ್ಪೆ, ಕರಡಿ, ಬನಶಂಕರಿ, ತಿಪ್ಟೂರು, ಶಾರದಾನಗರ, ಹೊನವಳ್ಳಿ ರೋಡ್ನಿಂದ ಆದಿಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಮುತ್ತನ ಅರಸೀಕೆರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಬೆಲೆ ಅರಸೀಕೆರೆಯಿಂದ 40 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ತಿಪ್ಟೂರಿಂದ 35 ರೂಪಾಯಿನ ಮಾಡಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ವೈಷ್ಣವ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದ್ರ ಮುಖೇನ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸೋಣ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. 4 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ.
So this new MEMU service is going to run between Yelahanka and Arsikere. And due to space constraints at Yashwanpur, the train is originating from Yelahanka and it will travel via Yashwanpur. And the train departs at 6:45 a.m. at Yelahanka, reaches Yashwanpur at 7:15 and departs Yashwanpur at 7:30 and reaches Arsikere at 11 o'clock. And the train stops at all important stations except Soldevnahalli. The train stops at all railway stations en route Yashwanpur to Arsikere. And in return, the train departs Arsikere at 2:10 in the afternoon and reaches Yelahanka at 7:15 p.m. And the distance between Yelahanka to Arsikere is 172 kilometers. And the fare is just 40 rupees. So it's a huge relief for the people who wish to travel from Arsikere, Tiptur, Tumakuru, all the way to Yashwanpur and Yelahanka. And why was this train introduced? You should be aware that there are a lot of MEMU trains already running between Yashwanpur and Tumakuru. There are at least 4 to 5 pairs of MEMU trains running every day between Yashwanpur and Tumakuru, and the distance between Yashwanpur and Tumakuru is only 70 kilometers. And the people of Tumakuru are really lucky because they have frequent trains between Bangalore and Tumakuru. However, from Tumakuru to Arsikere, this is another block section. So here the trains are very, very scarce. So if you see the passenger trains here, there are hardly only 4 to 5 passenger trains running between Arsikere and Yashwanpur. And if you see here, after the 16239, there are no trains until 4 p.m. So here you can see the Arsikere Yelahanka, the new service has been introduced here. And previously, people had to rely on the Vishwamanava Express. So I'm going to show you a live example of what is the situation at the Tiptur railway station. And here you can see there's a huge... Here you can see there are a lot of people waiting on the platform, and if you're guessing for which train, that is nothing but the Vishwamanava Superfast Express. So the people who are waiting here at Tiptur, they have to spend 90 rupees to travel from Tiptur to KSR Bengaluru. And because the Vishwamanava Express is a superfast train, and here comes the Vishwamanava Express, and you can see a huge crowd is waiting on the platform to board the Vishwamanava Express. And from where is the Vishwamanava Express coming? It is coming from Belagavi, Dharwad, Hubballi, Davangere, Birur, Arsikere, and finally Tiptur. So the people who board at Tiptur or Arsikere, they are not lucky enough to secure a seat because the trains are jam-packed. The trains are already occupied at the previous stations. Therefore, by the time it reaches Tiptur or Tumakuru, there is hardly any vacant seats available in these trains. And also these trains are completely booked up to Bengaluru or Mysuru. Therefore, this MEMU train is going to be a huge relief for the daily commuters who wish to travel from Arsikere, Tiptur, Tumakuru to Bengaluru. And this is going to be a dedicated train, so they'll definitely not have the problem of traveling by standing in the crowded express trains. And so here you can see the Vishwamanava Express is departing from Tiptur. So you can see all the general coaches are completely occupied and the people are seated near the door, which is not safe, which is not a safe way to travel. They don't have another option but to travel by this train because the next train is only after 2 hours. So this is the hardships of the people who wish to travel to Bengaluru en route stations between Arsikere to Tiptur. And like I told you, this is a super fast train, and in spite of spending 90 rupees, they cannot get a seat or a comfortable travel, which is really disappointing. So do let me know your thoughts in the comments about the new suburban train that is flagged off from Arsikere to Yelahanka. And if you're a frequent traveler from Arsikere, between Arsikere to Tumakuru, from any of these stations, do let me know what are the challenges the people face traveling between these stations and how the MEMU is going to be a relief to the people of this region. I would like to hear from you, your thoughts in the comments. And now it's time for the flag off. So the MEMU, the signal has been, the proceed has been given. The proceed has been given for the MEMU train, and here you can see the ministers are flagging off the inaugural special from Tiptur, the Arsikere Yelahanka MEMU. And also the Union Minister, Mr. Somanna, is onboarding the inaugural MEMU, and he's going to travel up to Tumakuru. So I'm on board the inaugural special MEMU, and I'll be heading back to Bengaluru by this MEMU. And en route, a lot of people, especially the people located between the stations of Arsikere to Tumakuru, because like I mentioned earlier, there were very few passenger trains running between Arsikere and Tumakuru. The railway minister is traveling on the first coach, and a lot of people en route these railway stations came to meet the railway minister and show their heartfelt gratitude for dedicating this new suburban train between Arsikere to Yelahanka. So you can witness how the local people from their respective stations came to greet the railway minister. So after Tiptur, the first halt is the Banasandra halt railway station, and here a lot of people are waiting to welcome the railway minister. One 17309 Yashwanpur Vasco Express KGM WEP 40 40305. And we are heading to Karadi railway station. Here again, there's a huge crowd awaiting to greet the railway minister. (20651) KSR Bengaluru Aralaguppe Intercity Superfast Express, followed by KGM Map 7 39298. We are approaching Aralaguppe railway station. Here we are approaching Banasandra railway station. Approaching Amasandra railway station. Here we are entering the Bengaluru division's first railway station from Arsikere. That is the Sampige Road railway station. 16240 Yashwanpur Chikkamagaluru Intercity Express, all by KGM Map 7 39157. Here we are approaching Nitturu railway station. Approaching Gubbi railway station. Approaching Mallasandra railway station. And here comes the Halt railway station. And finally, we are heading towards Tumakuru, and here you can see on the left, this is the Tumakuru, Davangere and the Tumakuru Rayadurga line. So I had already posted the video of the CRS inspection of the Tumakuru Urukere CRS inspection. So if you haven't watched the video, you can check that on my channel. So presently there are no trains running on this new line. Only the CRS was completed between Tumakuru and Urukere. It will take some more time for train services to start on this line, because the track work after Urukere is incomplete. Finally, we are approaching Tumakuru railway station. And here you can see the railway minister got down from the MEMU train, and he thanked the MEMU loco pilot for patiently waiting at every halt, at every stop en route from Tiptur to Tumakuru, because a lot of people came to congratulate the railway minister for introducing this suburban train. So though the stoppages was only for 1 minute, it took another extra 1 to 2 minutes, and the MEMU loco pilot had to patiently wait and cooperate until the people greeted the railway minister. And the railway minister is now boarding the Parak, which is heading towards SBC. So the self-propelled inspection car, the Farak, is first heading towards Bengaluru, and post that here you can see the Vande Bharat Express from Dharwad. The Dharwad KSR Bengaluru Vande Bharat Express is approaching Tumakuru. So we are going to wait, and so the Vande Bharat Express will first head towards Bengaluru. Post that, the MEMU will depart from Tumakuru towards Yelahanka. That's all from this video. It was already a very long video, so I didn't wish to further cover the journey from Tumakuru to Bengaluru because the video is going to be extremely long. And I'll get back to you with more updates. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Rail Zone. I'll get back to you with more interesting videos. Until then, it's bye from Harris. Take care. Bye-bye.